I'm not gonna get precious about it. I'm done. I think I've kind of like hit a point where I'm getting real precious about this. So I've gotta push myself to just get it over with. Get this thing over with, bro. Because you've been working on it for the past forever, and you really need to just get it done, man. Oh yeah, this is probably the most notable thing that I've been working on for today. And other than that, it's mostly writing, or maybe just editing character tasks and just dealing with family. I'm also just realizing that there's a lot of art, pixel art things that I should have did from the start. Like I should have did the wings from lines from the start, because it would have been much easier in general to just have it start with lines, and then it'd be easier to kind of like fill in the in-betweens with that. And of course I didn't freaking do that because I never thought about the wings as much. That's a tough thing about learning workflow in general, is you try to do your best thinking, okay, you're really exceptional. And then you realize not only are you not exceptional, you're still constantly learning. And you haven't hit that point where you really optimize your workflow as much. And you feel like a clown because you're just so slow. So most days, or at least some days for me, I feel like I'm not as good at art as I keep telling myself that I am. Because of little setbacks like this, I look at my watch, or at least I look at how long I've been taking to work on a piece, and while my commissioner is nice and totally accepts that art takes time, I still can never shake my feeling of guilt that I'm wasting my time, because overall I'm just insecure about my work. Like, I never feel that I'm as good as I keep claiming myself to be. I never feel like my work is worth much in general, or that I'm actually as good as I tell myself that I am. Because it's very, very easy to kind of just go online and see every animator just on YouTube who has all the time in the world. You're seeing high schoolers and they're just blowing the fuck out of you, and you're kind of like, well, why do I even bother? Why do I even just try? Like, my input doesn't fucking matter. Like, okay, so what? You can make mid-ass dragons? I mean, that's it? That's all you can do, Ryan? You can just make a basic freaking animation loop? Meanwhile, you've got motherfuckers able to make fucking studio level Sakuga, and you're kind of just meandering here, struggling to just make things work. What do you actually mean, huh? What are you actually here for, Ryan? I keep telling myself that. Of course, I shouldn't be shit-talking myself, but it's very easy to. You probably think through all the, I guess, positivity and shit like that I'm a more positive person, but honestly, that's mostly just me not talking about my shit. Like, most days when I'm not streaming, when I'm not live, when I'm not doing this stuff, I am constantly in a black mood, just full on, just in constant ponder mode. So I can't deal with a lot of this social media shit where I have to be positive and on and pretend that I'm fucking happy. But what I really want to be is having results. and making my shit work, because it's currently not working. As much as I tell myself, hey, my shit's totally working, it's not. I can lie to myself. What? This needs a more straightforward curve. Okay. I try not to like get into my friend's shit too much, but it's like, you know, I'm kind of just in personal blah mode. I think I've mentioned it before, but I'd say once the year finishes, if nothing significant happens with this stream, I'm just gonna not stream as often. Streaming feels like a job to me these days. Like, a lot of times I feel like doing these streams is not fun to me. Like, I personally don't like dealing with all the video editing and stuff like that. I try to optimize it away, you know, optimize the boringness away, but even just editing the stream so they're, I suppose, come on. Even editing the stream so they're, what the shit. Okay, hopefully that works. Okay, yeah, even editing the stream so that they, they're not, these streams aren't as tightly edited as most other, you don't get clips as often, because one, I usually have nothing of value to actually say. A lot of this is just trying to just make sure this is remotely consistent. Just try to get this more consistent. Okay, this is a problem right here. And I think that's just one of those things where it's like, I can fight this for so long, but it's only so much I can actually do before I'm like, okay, you just need to deal with the fact that this wing boils, you know? That's what you gotta do, Ryan. Sometimes the line will boil, and you're not a perfect animator. You wish you were a more perfect animator. You wish you were more consistent, that you can make more consistent lines. But sometimes that's kind of just what's going to happen. You aren't going to make a perfect line, and you're going to have to move on to the next stuff, because it's not going to be the most perfect, exceptional line, Ryan. And sometimes you're just going to have to accept that what you're doing is not going to be perfect. I have to constantly tell myself this. It's something I'm always going through with my therapist, is that not everything I'm gonna make is going to be the most perfect, mind-blowing shit. Because I constantly dunk on the fact that I just don't make stuff that's that exceptional. I'm always dunking on that fact. There's never a moment in my day where I'm not constantly shit-talking myself for the fact that I'm not doing literally every tiny little thing. And sometimes you're just going to have to deal with the fact, or at least I'm just going to have to deal with the fact that you're not going to get them all. You're not going to be the most absolute dominant motherfucker in the room, you know? As much as you want to make art a competition, as much as you constantly believe that art's a competition, because you never feel like you're actually winning a competition. You always just feel like the loser in everything, because you never feel like anything is a win for you. Like, no matter what achievement you do, you never feel like you're doing a win, Ryan. You never feel as if, the little tiny little thing that you're trying to do is worth that effort. Because you're always thinking, well, that's the bare minimum. It's like, why would I celebrate the bare minimum? Why would I praise myself for something that everyone else does? And that is debilitating. That is chiefly the reason why I'm constantly just never happy in life. All right. This chief reason why I'm constantly just being a miserable fuck is because I never ever want to give myself the credit. Like, again, I have a inner whiplash guy. I forget what J.K. Simmons' character is named, but that type of person is always in my head. He's always just talking about what I'm not doing, because I never feel like what I am doing is worth being praised for, Like, I never feel like everything I'll ever do is worth celebrating, because it's the bare minimum. It's basic bullshit. Anybody can do what I do.